Let's validate that the earnings on Kick right now do not seem to be what they were a few months ago, even though these creators may be streaming the same amount of time. That is happening to a lot of creators and on other platforms as well. That is true. So when people say Kick didn't change anything, that's only half true, because while Kick didn't slash a payout percentage, they did absolutely change how engagement is measured, which affects the payout percentage. Let's go over the ways of earning pay on Kick. For example, the first way of pay on Kick is subscription, the easy part. That has not changed. So for example, I have 0 subscribers. I'm paid 0 amount. But for some, let's say 500 subs at $5 each, they will gross 500. That creator will get to keep 475, while the Kick platform only keeps $25. That is actually an outstanding deal for the creator. Now let's look at number 2. Number 2 is the KPP engagement pool. This is where people feel like they've been nerfed. This is not a fixed rate per viewer per hour. This is instead what Kick sets aside as a monthly KPP payout pool. It then distributes it at the end of the month based on weighted engagement scores. You are not competing with yourself in simple math. You are competing against other partners. You are not earning a flat CPM. Your share equates to your authentic engagement score divided by the total platform engagement score, and that is multiplied by the monthly KPP pool. Your engagement score is authentic watch time times chat activity weight times viewer trust factor. Each one of those points could be an entire session. Tools are used to negate what appears to be bot activity, bot viewers, and other items that may inflate numbers. So this is what the authentic watch time ultimately is meant to be. Chat activity, as we have discovered, is somewhere between 4 and 14% normally. So on a stream, it is very common that many of the observers will be, for example, at work or driving or at the gym or doing other activities, so they may only be listening to the stream, or they may have the audio off and just be watching the stream. However, since they are not participating, the algorithm and tools used will view this as a low chat activity weight, and that will drop the engagement score. There is also what's called a viewer trust factor. The viewer trust factor is affected by things such as VPN, IP, what is the location of the IP, and they're also looking at what is the context of the viewer. Does the viewer watch other people as well, or is this the only account? Therefore, it has a trust factor, and that factor score will also be affected. When that trust factor score is affected, it will also affect the authentic watch time and the engagement score ultimately. Hopefully, you've been able to follow along with this. Ultimately, what it means is engagement score equals the authentic watch time times chat activity weight times viewer trust factor. Watch time equals real viewers times minutes watched. It only counts logged in users, stable sessions, non-bot traffic, and fake views, which are discovered, are zeroed and penalized. What counts toward your engagement score? This is what appears to matter the most. Authentic concurrent viewers, unique logged in users with stable sessions, no VPN, no bot patterns. View botting, even if unintentional, now actively reduces your score. It penalizes you. Chat activity, this is quality over spam. In other words, if it's just an emoji being put into the chat 30 or 40 repetitive times, this no longer counts. Unique chatters, unique messages, not bursts. And spam bots, copy-paste spam, or emote flooding carry less or zero weight now. Watch time, referred to as session depth, long continuous viewing sessions with fewer tab open lurkers, lower bounce rates, and this is a big shift versus early Kick. Another thing that's very important is the viewer trust signal. This is a silent but critical piece. Kick now does appear to be doing a score based on the account age, viewer history, device and IP consistency. Suspicious clustering, if 30% of your viewers get invalidated, your score drops hard, even if your visible CCV looks to be the same. This is where people will be punished, rather than just zeroed for having lurkers, bots, or other types of activity. What actually changed? Kick did not change the payout rules, they changed the filters. What used to happen? Raw CCV counted heavily, bots inflated engagement, lurkers counted generously, smaller pool competition, and what happens now? Well, bots removed retroactively, passive lurkers are deweighted, chatless streams are penalized, and larger creator pool splits the same pot. The results? Same stream, but lower payout. Not because Kick cut the pay, per se, but because the denominator got cleaner and bigger. Why some creators were hit hard? Well, creators most affected by this usually had one or more of these things: embedded viewers, external traffic farms, low chat engagement, long idle streams, shared VPN audiences, and this would explain why someone may have made $40 and now they make $8 per hour, even though from their perspective, no policy change took place. Kick now heavily favors interactive streams. This is not an interactive stream. I'm never going to get paid, am I? Why am I doing this? Are you a streamer and being paid less? Do you wonder if Kick streamers, Twitch streamers, or YouTube streamers are being paid less? Let's talk about what's happening. A lot of talk about on Twitter and other sites is streamers being paid less. Multiple platforms, including YouTube and other sites as well. Streamers being paid less. Platforms, including YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We're going to talk specifically about Kick tonight and the KPP program. People have been saying, am I being paid less? Feeling that something has changed. That feeling is real, but the reason may not be what you think.